Beechwood has been a lifeline for me. After my breast cancer diagnosis and treatment, I just felt completely lost. I felt like I'd lost everything. I felt overwhelmed. I'd lost all my self-esteem. When I lost my hair, I lost my self-confidence. And so I reached out to Beechwood for some professional support, and I really benefited from that and still do to this day. I'm Karen, I'm 61 years old. I'm married with 2 grown-up sons and 2 little grandsons. In June 2022, I found a lump in my breast. To be honest, I didn't think very much of it because I've never smoked, I rarely drink, I wasn't particularly overweight, I was working full time. But I went to the doctors and I was fast-tracked down to Macclesfield Hospital to the breast clinic the following week. When the biopsies came back, they said that it was grade 3 triple negative breast cancer. I then went for a CT scan and an MRI scan 2 weeks later, and the tumour had doubled in size, so the holiday was cancelled and we were straight into 5 months of chemo. And then I had surgery Christmas week, and then radiotherapy in March 2023, and finally rang the bell at Christie's mid-March. I just thought, well, I'll give myself a couple of months and I'll see about going back to work part-time. I didn't realise that actually the year after your treatment and your diagnosis is actually the hardest year. I felt completely lost. So I reached out to Beechwood and I was offered 6 face-to-face counselling sessions. And I can remember walking in, my hair hadn't grown back, so I still had one of my hats on. Fight or flight just kicked in and I just wanted to turn right and go out the door. But I didn't. I turned left and I went into the room, and it was the best decision that I ever made. The counsellor was wonderful. She never told me what to do. She would just give me things to reflect on, give me almost like a bit of a reality check that, you know, each day is a gift and you have to make the most of it. 2 years ago, I would never, ever have been able to sit and talk about what I'd been through. It was just too overwhelming, but now I feel like I've got those coping strategies, and that's all thanks to Beechwood. When I finished the counselling sessions, I was then offered some complementary therapy. So I had some Reiki, and then I had head, shoulder and neck massage. The room at Beechwood it's absolutely beautiful, and the therapist is just so nurturing. It was so nice just to be able to go into such a lovely, calm, relaxing environment with somebody who was so kind and understanding. I've also attended the breast cancer support group. We meet the 3rd Tuesday of every month for 2 hours, and I absolutely love it. There's usually about between 8 and 12 ladies, and we've all been diagnosed and had treatment for breast cancer. We've all had different types of treatment and diagnoses, but we all understand how overwhelming it can be.
I'm trying my hardest to be happy, but it's pretty tough.
However wonderful families and friends are supporting you with your cancer journey, nobody can totally understand what you've been through apart from the other wonderful ladies here. And nothing that you say is embarrassing or laughed at, or nobody feels stupid. We've all had completely different journeys, but it all ties us together, and it's really nice to have those.
I do agree. I think this is the one place that I can come to and be brutally honest.
But coming to the group and listening and talking to other ladies, a lot that were much younger than me, it just makes you realise that this is all part of the aftermath of a cancer diagnosis. There's been times when I've arrived and I've been fighting back the tears and I've put the brave face on. But I know 2 hours later when I walk out, I'm just so glad that I made the effort.
You can offload, you can relax, and it's the environment here is it is totally relaxing.
Amazing.
It's like a safety blanket almost around you.
That's how Beechwood is. It's the kind of place that gives you opportunity to grow and be who you want to be.
I don't know where I would be now if it wasn't for all the professional support and friendships that I've made at Beechwood. It provides so many amazing professional supports to people. Cancer doesn't discriminate. It happened to me. Unfortunately, it could happen to you, your partner or your child. Donations are needed to ensure that this wonderful service at Beechwood can continue.